A very good evening to you. This is Prime TV News. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Samandisa Nayaka arrested by the CID. The World Bank assures enhanced support to Sri Lanka. The Prime Minister calls for a report on wheat flour price hike. The Shilpa Sena technical exhibition launched. And in headlines overseas, at least 26 dead in suspected arson at Japanese animation studio. And now we move on to the news in detail. National Police Commission Secretary and former Additional Defence Secretary Samandisa Nayaka was arrested today. Police media spokesperson SP Ruwan Gunasekara stated that he was arrested by a special police team who visited the Sri Jayawardhanapura General Hospital. According to the investigations conducted by the authorities relating to the avant-garde floating armoury, the Attorney General had instructed the acting IGP to immediately arrest 7 suspects, including Samandisa Nayaka. Meanwhile, Samandisa Nayaka was hospitalized this morning. Disa Nayaka had earlier filed an anticipatory bail application seeking an order to release him on bail if he was arrested over the avant-garde illegal floating armoury case. However, the anticipatory bail application was rejected. World Bank Vice President for South Asia region Hartwig Schaffer said that the World Bank will increase assistance to Sri Lanka under 3 of its new operations. They include assisting the agriculture sector faced with climatic vagaries, irrigation, renewable energy, climate resilience operations, and renovation of tanks in rural areas. Schaffer said this when he called on President Maithripala Sirisena at the President's office. Referring to the Easter Sunday terror attacks and its impact on economy, he said that the World Bank would provide monetary assistance to reduce budget cap so that Sri Lanka would continue global borrowings with a sound economic footing. President Sirisena expressed his gratitude to the World Bank for long-standing financial support to Sri Lanka. He made a special mention about the bank's support extended to Sri Lanka's aftermath of the challenges faced due to April 21st terrorist attacks. Expressing gladness over the quick recovery made by Sri Lanka after the terrorist attacks, WB Vice President said that the global community stands by Sri Lanka at this moment of need. Schaffer, who is in Colombo to chair the World Bank Senior Regional Managers meeting, said that the bank decided to hold its annual session in Colombo to show solidarity with Sri Lanka as the country is trying to restore normalcy after the terrible terrorist attacks on Easter Sunday. He congratulated Sri Lanka for rising to the level of upper middle income country and said it's a testimony of the country's resilience. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has ordered the relevant officials to inquire whether the increase of the cost of a kilogram of wheat flour is due to the negligence of the Committee on Cost of Living. The response of the Cost of Living Committee to the request made by the wheat flour companies for a long time will also be presented in detail under the inquiry. The government MPs have pointed out that the price of wheat flour would not have to be increased in a big amount if the committee let the price of wheat flour be floating in line with the world market. The Cost of Living Committee, headed by Finance Minister Mangala Samaravira, meet on a weekly basis to decide on the cost of essential food items, and the Prime Minister has instructed to report on how the Cost of Living Committee has responded to the increase in wheat flour prices. Meanwhile, the Consumer Affairs Authority states that it has not yet given permission to such companies to raise the price of wheat flour. The authority emphasizes that legal action will be taken against those who increase the prices of bakery products, including bread. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that Sri Lanka should meet the demands of the fourth industrial revolution. The Prime Minister expressed these views at the inauguration of the Shilpa Sena Technical Exhibition. The Shilpa Sena Technical Exhibition will be held at the Bandaranayake Memorial International Conference Hall from today to the 21st of this month. The exhibition aims to promote science, technology and innovation among Sri Lankans. The Prime Minister unveiled the plaque and opened the exhibition. Minister Sujiva Senasinghe and several others participated in the occasion. Addressing the gathering, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that every sector should be armed with technology. He added that the engineering faculties of the University of Moratuwa and Peradeniya should be strengthened in the journey of industrializing the country. The Prime Minister pointed out that sectors such as artificial intelligence should also be given priority to meet the future demands. He said that Sri Lanka is no more a low-income country at present. Minister Sujiva Senasinghe also expressed his views. He pointed out that more tax relief will be given to the private sector. The exhibition, organized by the Ministry of Science, Technology and Research, consists of 600 stalls on modern technology, innovation, entertainment, entrepreneurship, opportunities, etc. The IT and Media Network is the main media sponsor of the Shilpa Sena exhibition. The Presidential Sports Awards ceremony was held under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena at the BMICH. At this ceremony, the players who excelled in various fields relating to sports from January 2017 to December 2018 received Presidential Sports Awards. More than 50 outstanding sports personalities received awards from the President. The award for the Most Outstanding Sportsman of the Year was given to weightlifter Indika Disanayake, who won the bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games. And the award for the Most Outstanding Sportswoman of the Year was given to boxer Anusha Kodituaku, who won the bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games. It is significant that there was a presentation of Time Awards to Sri Lankans who made the most substantive contribution or achieved success, bringing glory to Sri Lankan sports of that year during this ceremony. It was organized for the third consecutive year, including Krida Prabha, Krida Bhushana, Krida Deshantara and Krida Ratna Awards. ITN FM's Kelly Bima Sports Program bagged the award for the Best Radio Sports Program, and producers Nuan Udara Karuna Ratna and Chatuka Divashana received the award. Minister of Sports Harin Fernando and several other distinguished personalities were also present on this occasion. With more on local news, President Maithripala Sirisena made a donation to parents of quadruplets. Army soldier CKUS Gnanaratna and HM Indrani Mallika, the parents of 4 newly born babies, received the donation from the President. The donation was made following a request made by the parents who lead their life amidst many hardships. The couple with 4 babies received the donation of 2 million rupees from the President at the Presidential Secretariat. A delegation from the United National Party had talks with the European Union in Colombo today on the death penalty. The delegation of the European Union in Sri Lanka issued a statement following the talks in agreement with the embassies of France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Romania and the UK High Commission. The statement said that the EU heads of mission received a visit by a group of United National Party parliamentarians to discuss the death penalty. During the meeting, the heads of mission restated the strong and unequivocal opposition of the EU and its member states to capital punishment in all circumstances and in all cases. They urged Sri Lanka to maintain its moratorium on the death penalty with a view towards complete abolition. Meanwhile, a discussion was held at Temple Trees between Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and backbenchers of the government on the issue of death penalty. The backbenchers inquired from the Prime Minister about the future of the GSP Plus tariff concession, fish export to European countries, tourism industry and international cooperation to combat terrorism if the death penalty were implemented. The MPs highlighted that following the Good Governance government coming into power, measures were taken to relax the international sanctions imposed on Sri Lanka. They further stated that the death penalty would deter all these positive steps taken in favour of the country. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who listened to the backbenchers carefully, stated that the government and the party stand on the matter will be announced in the near future. The Attorney General informed the Supreme Court today that several amendments to the charges filed against Gotabaya Rajapaksa and other defendants will be presented before the Permanent High Court trial at bar. This was stated when a petition filed by Gotabaya Rajapaksa was taken up before a 5-member judge panel of the Supreme Court. Additional Solicitor General Priyantha Navanna stated that the amendments to the charges will be presented at the Permanent High Court. The defendants have been accused of misappropriating 33.9 million rupees of public money when constructing the D.A. Rajapaksa Memorial Museum. The Supreme Court ordered to take up the appeal petition filed by Gotabaya Rajapaksa again on the 9th of September. Further, the hearing of the case filed against 4 persons, including former Minister Basil Rajapaksa, was held today before the Colombo High Court. The former minister and other defendants are alleged of misappropriating government funds when distributing housing items, including roofing sheets, to the beneficiaries during the last presidential election. Further hearing was postponed to the 16th of October. The Attorney General filed a revision petition before the Colombo High Court challenging the order to release IGP Pujith Jayasundara and former Secretary to the Ministry of Defence Hemasiri Fernando on bail. The Attorney General requested to annul the suspects' bail application and remand them further. Australian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka David Hawley called on Governor of Northern Province Dr. Suren Raghavan at his official residence in Jaffna. Their discussion was mainly focused on the current status of Northern Province and the development projects being carried out by the Australian government. The High Commissioner was educated about the Vadamarachi Lagoon project, an initiative proposed to resolve the drinking water issues in the Jaffna Peninsula. Commenting on the illegal attempts of Sri Lankan refugees to enter into Australia, the High Commissioner said Australia's government is taking stern measures to contain illegal immigrants. The Australian High Commissioner stated that he is ready to assist the development of the Northern Province tourism through the Australian government's development assistance programs. He also said that the Australian government has already accomplished tourism sector training programs in Sri Lanka. The Met Department says prevailing showery and windy conditions are expected to continue over the southwestern part and in central hilly areas of the island and over the northwestern, western, southwestern and southern areas till the 20th of this month. Cloudy skies can be expected over most parts of the island. Strong gusty winds up to 50 to 60 kilometers per hour are likely over the island, particularly in western, southern, central, Sabaragamuwa and northwestern provinces. Fairly strong gusty winds up to 40 to 50 kilometers per hour can be expected elsewhere. Showers or thundershowers will occur at times in Sabaragamuwa, central, western, southern and northwestern provinces. Showers and thundershowers will occur at several places elsewhere. Very heavy falls, about 150 millimeters, are likely at some places in central and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in Kaluthara, Galle and Mathura districts. Heavy falls above 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in Colombo and Gampaha districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the sea area off the coast extending from Putlam to Hambantota via Colombo and Galle. Showers or thundershowers may occur at several places in the other sea areas around the island in the evening or night. Fishermen are advised not to venture into the above sea areas, and naval communities are also requested to be vigilant till the 20th morning. The government of Japan has agreed to offer a grant assistance of Japanese 263 million yen to Sri Lanka to provide scholarships for Sri Lankan students. The Japanese Grant Aid for Human Resources Development Scholarship Program has been introduced in Sri Lanka by the government of Japan in order to provide opportunities to the executive-level public sector officials to undergo master's degree programs in prominent universities in Japan. Relevant documents were signed between Dr. R.H.S. Samaratunga, Secretary, Ministry of Finance on behalf of the government of Sri Lanka, Akira Sugiyama, Ambassador of Japan in Sri Lanka on behalf of the government of Japan, and Fusato Tanaka, Chief Representative of JICA on behalf of the JICA. Naval personnel apprehended 3 persons who were illegally transporting BD and tobacco leaves at Mandathiu Junction in Jaffna. A suspicious lorry had been searched at the roadblock in Mandathiu Junction, manned by Northern Naval Command, and 1,359 kilograms of bead leaves packed in 44 parcels and 1,034 kilograms of tobacco leaves packed in 31 parcels, which were being transported to Jaffna from Kites by the lorry, were apprehended with 3 persons. The suspects are residents of the Galeville area, aged 37 and 47. The suspects and the lorry are due to be handed over to the Sri Lanka Customs Department for further investigation. And now we head into the business segment. Sri Lankan shares rose for the 6th straight session yesterday to hit a more than 3-month closing high as diversified and banking stocks gained while the rupee ended steady. The benchmark stock index gained 1.04% to 5,645.65, its highest close since 4th April. Markets were closed on Tuesday for a holiday. Foreign investors sold a net rupees 123.8 million worth of shares yesterday, but they had been net buyers of rupees 1.31 billion worth of equities so far this year, index data showed. The currency closed steady at 175.65 rupees per dollar compared with Monday's close, as importers' demand for the greenback offset the dollar selling by banks. And that's all the news we have for you tonight. I'm Umayangi Vijay Surya signing off for Prime TV News. Have a pleasant evening.